Hi, my name is Olivia Beller, and today my client's name is Megan Wilson, and we're going to be walking through what a Bulgarian split squat looks like, talking about proper formation and what muscles we're going to be focusing on. First things first, we're going to make sure that we have all the proper materials that we're setting up for this exercise in a way that will give us the most effective results. What we'll need is a box or any sturdy object that sits on the ground that goes up to about your knees. So to get into proper formation, you want to start off by placing the laces of your shoes or the top of your foot right on top of the box object, slowly placing your knee onto the ground. And now you want to make sure that your front leg is making a 90-degree angle with your knee. And then you also want to make sure that your feet are parallel with each other and they're aligned with your shoulders, not too far out to the side. The hips should be in the center of your hold and need to both be facing forward. Finally, I want you to keep your hands together out in front of you so you can keep that balance so you're not leaning all over the place. So if you want to go into that. And just place your knee on the ground just to get into the formation. Perfect. Your knee is at a right angle. Your arms are out in front of you and just like that. Perfect. Once you feel like you're comfortable in a position, you can just go straight into the exercise from there, rising up and down. The main muscles that we're going to be targeting with this exercise are the glutes, hamstrings, quads, and the gastrocnemius. The external obliques assist with this as well, so it's important to have a strong core. So you just did a couple, 2 or 3, that's perfect. As a beginner, we're going to start off with about 2 to 3 reps and 2 to 3 sets. And then we'll just progress from there as we get more advanced. So something that I want you to change now after watching you do it a few times is how you move down concentrically. So because if you want to get into the formation, because our top half is going to be leaning forward, we're going to want to move down and back instead of straight up and down. This will put more emphasis on your glutes rather than our quads, like if we were to be doing a squat. Also make sure that your front foot is not too far out in front of you. This will limit your range of motion. Then make sure you're driving through your heel on the way up with your knee, not going past your toes in the front. You want to make sure that you inhale right before you start going down and concentrically, and then exhale eccentrically coming back up. So we're going to walk through this again and talk through what is happening throughout the entire motion. So going down and back again, there's going to be flexion at both the front knee and the back knee due to our hamstrings. And our hip will be flexing in the front due to our sartorius muscle, and it will be extending in the back due to our glutes. Finally, our front foot will be plantar flexing. And then on the way back up, during the eccentric portion, our front and back legs will be extending due to our quads and glutes. The hips will be extending back to anatomical position in the front, while slightly flexing the back due to our pectineus muscle, which is also known as our groin and sits right above our inner thighs. And our foot will be also dorsiflexing. Make sure to keep your core engaged throughout the entire motion and to remain balanced and stable. Once Megan gets this form down, I will have her do a total of 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. From there, once she gains the strength each week, we will be adding another set or increasing her reps up to 8 or 12.
How can I make this easier?
So, some modifications to the Bulgarian split squat, if it seems to be too challenging for the client, are just normal split squats without the box. This is still focusing on putting emphasis on your glutes, but instead of the box, if you want to do this with me, like facing me, we're gonna make sure our back foot is pointed on our toes are pointed on the ground, and then we just go down with our front knee is at a 90-degree angle, and then going back up, pushing with our heel and our glutes. Now, if Megan wants to start to pick up on this quickly and becomes more comfortable with this general motion, some progressions that we can make include adding a deficit to the ground. Standing on top of something makes you further away from the ground, so your back knee will now have to bend further below ground level to feel that extra stretch in your glutes. So if you want to try that real quick, place your front foot on, perfect, and then bend below further ground level. Perfect. Thank you so much, Megan. The key points to take away from the Bulgarian split squat is to make sure that your core is engaged and slightly forward, your head is down, your front knee doesn't extend past your front toes, and that you remain slow and steady throughout